Dipper, look at the peculiar shape made by those cliffs. Does it remind you of anything?
Shut up.
Well, look what we got here. We're now on the 17th episode of the second season, and the world is already ending. It's burning. I can't believe that I'm actually saying this, but this episode was actually better than the last Mabelcorn, which, by the way, I thought was one of the greatest episodes in the history of Gravity Falls.
Thanks, Grunkle Ford. But today I learned that morality is relative.
Money!
This show just constantly proves that it has a lot of potential, and I just can't wait for more episodes. Okay, enough with the talking. Let's do this! In this episode, Bill actually accomplishes his task of busting the rift to pieces, and out of all of the people Bill could have chosen, he decides to possess the body of Blendin Blandin.
No! Wait!
At long last!
Though this was a shocking scene and all, there is still one huge question that needs to be answered, and that's what exactly did Blendin negotiate with Bill for? Bill is known to deceive others based on something that he knows that they want in life. I guess this question will be answered in future episodes, but until then, no one really knows.
What crazy thing do you want anyway? To eat my soul? To rip out my teeth? Are you gonna replace my eyes with baby heads or something?
Also, furthermore, there's a very significant theory about Blendin that I'm just dying to express with you guys. But instead, I'm gonna make you guys wait until the end of the video so that way I can force you to watch the entire analysis. I'm a genius. So, with all that being said, it's time to give out the codes, which was actually pretty interesting. During the ending credits, we are presented with this code, which can be deciphered by, of course, using the Visioneer key. The key is Blue Books and can be found in one of the most unexpected places to find it. The key can be found here on the side of the rocky incline to the left, and I honestly would have never found it if the wiki did not exist. So I'm totally giving them all of the credit. And in speaking of keys, I barely mentioned the key black and white from my previous analysis video, but I even said that I had no idea what exactly it meant. And even though it's been 3 weeks later, I'm just now figuring out that Bill's cipher used to could only exist whenever the background surrounding him was black and white, also known as the mindscape. And yes, I know that other people have uncovered this before me already, but it's definitely worth mentioning. And another thing on the list that I forgot to mention from the last Mabelcorn analysis video were the blue books in the background, which is probably how blue books even became the Visioneer key in the first place. Very interesting. I'm not too sure exactly what the blue books will actually represent, but hopefully in future episodes, we'll actually be able to know what it means. Because, well, of course, no one really knows. And get ready for an extraterrestrial talk that's a part of this video, because Gravity Falls actually does have UFOs. Once these numbers are translated, it says, the prophecies seem far away, but finally we've reached the day. Give up the past. Embrace the strange. Everything you care about will change. And after all this time of reading each and every single one of these ending pages, I'm beginning to ask myself, who exactly is writing all of this? Maybe it's future Dipper. Psh, nah. Usually whenever I make up a silly theory like that in my head, it plummets down within a week. So now let's decode the other symbols that were included inside of the episode, mostly inside of the alien spacecraft.
I can't believe there's been a giant UFO under the town this whole time.
Once Dipper pretty much takes a selfie.
But first, let me take a selfie.
It's barely visible at all, but thankfully there's the wiki, so that was a lifesaver once more. So here's what both the black and brown writing on the wall reads. Okay, so raise your hand if you have absolutely no idea what the heck you just read. But please don't worry, you're most certainly not the only one who can't completely comprehend what it's saying. But don't worry, there's another code that stands above the rest anyways, and is kinda creepy in a way. The cipher can be found here on this metal surface on the top right corner. Once deciphered, it reads, Betty and Barney were here. No, not those people, not the Flintstones. These people. Do they look familiar to anyone? If not, then don't feel bad, trust me, because apparently they were known to be the first American couples to be allegedly abducted by extraterrestrials in New Hampshire. So if you believe in aliens, then I totally recommend you to research about them. And after all of that huffing and puffing about this episode, it's finally time for me to express my theory. In the shot where Bill is shown exiting out of Blendon's body, you clearly see his time measuring tape. I personally believe that this was not unintentional, but instead maybe, just maybe in the future, one of the characters will be smart enough to actually go back in time and avoid Bill from taking the rift in the past. But however, until then, welcome to the end of the world. Oh God. Okay.